this is Dylan.
And Reeves.
And we are making another What I Eat in a Day video because the response to last week's was overwhelming. I can see that you like these really simple, realistic meals that we actually eat day in, day out. If you're brand new to our channel, yes, we eat a healthy, whole plant food diet with no added junk like oil and tons of sugar and salt and stuff like that. The cheapest diet in the world. We eat like peasants and we're super healthy because of it. You should do it too. Are you ready for breakfast, Reeves?
Yeah,
I'm pretty hungry. It's like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm actually not hungry at all, but I know that most people eat breakfast in the morning, so we're gonna do that.
But you still have to make it for me.
I still have to make it for you, and I'll have 2
baby.
bites, and that's it. And we are making yogurt. I hinted at our homemade soy yogurt in the last What I Eat in a Day video, and you guys all freaked out. So we're gonna make some yogurt for breakfast, and then I'll tell you how to get the recipe because it isn't just on YouTube, as many of you commented. So here it is, our soy yogurt. We make the best soy yogurt in the history of the planet. Better than anything you can buy in the store. And a quart like this costs like $1 because it's just soybeans and water. You cannot make it cheaper.
That would be like $14 at Sprouts.
It would be an insane amount of money at the store. And it's got all of these gums and processed garbage to make it have a thickness to it. Well, if you just make the yogurt correctly, it's already thick. Look at how thick this thing is. It's like a block of yogurt, but we're gonna blend it to smooth it out. It's very tart if it's just plain yogurt. So we don't eat it plain. We blend it up with some fruit and some of our also world famous date powder that we sell in our store. I just start by throwing some in this little blender cup. And then I have our super fine date powder. You may know this as date sugar in the grocery store. Ours is so nice and beautiful and fine that I call it date powder because it is, after all, just blended up dates. I hate the word sugar because it implies like it's processed sugar, you know what I mean? It's the most wonderful thing for like sweetening sauces and drinks. It doesn't dissolve entirely because it does have all of its fiber. One more thing, we gotta throw in some fruit. I like the frozen fruit the most. You could use fresh. We're using some frozen blueberries. I hate the zippers. No, just cut them right off. It's terrible. Then you spend the rest of your life trying to close those things back up. Just use these. It's way better, way better. These are free tips, folks. Rebecca likes blueberries the most. I like the mix of the blueberries and the strawberries and the raspberries. Now you just blend. I know they're frozen, but it'll work. Ta-da! You got beautiful, perfect yogurt. And you sweetened it yourself. You put the fruit in yourself so it's gonna taste exactly like you want it to.
Wish we had some of your crunchy granola to put on top.
Oh, I don't have granola right now. We'll save that for another video. Do you want banana on yours?
No, I mean the bananas are ripe enough to make the granola.
Oh, they certainly are. What did we say we were gonna use those for?
Oat clusters.
This is just beautiful texture yogurt. It's not been thickened with all that fake stuff. This is just real yogurt. Soybeans, water, some fruit. Boom, it's beautiful. Would you like to have a taste, Reeves?
Are you gonna tell people how they can get it?
Yeah, sure, I'll tell you. Perfect texture.
That looks good.
It's the best.
Is it high in fat?
Well, it's just soy. It's just plain soy yogurt. Soy is a little fattier than the other beans, but high in protein too. I don't usually eat it like this. This is for Reeves. What I do with the soy yogurt is put it in my smoothies along with my frozen fruit and a ton of kale. I'll show you the smoothies on another video along with the granola and the oat clusters. But there are videos for the granola and oat clusters you can check out. You wanna know how to get this soy yogurt recipe? I don't have it in a YouTube video because it's my baby. It took me forever to come up with the method to make the best soy yogurt that the planet has ever known. It is on our live cooking show. If you didn't know and you're just new to us, we have a live cooking show we do twice a month where you can spend like an hour and a half with us cooking recipes in our kitchen live. It's really fun. The yogurt was like episode 94 and 95. So sign up and join us. The purpose of this video was not to give you a cooking show pitch, but you wanted to know how to get the soy yogurt recipe, so I needed to tell you.
It's beautiful. I love blueberries. How can something be so sweet and so tart at the same time? It's perfect.
You know who else loves it?
Luca.
Luca loves this yogurt. We're gonna feed him some. I chopped up some blueberries and made him a tiny little baby batch.
You know, I'm breastfeeding, so I like to have the higher protein stuff.
This is What I Eat in a Day Nursing Mom Edition.
Yeah, exactly. You saw how easy it was to whip this together, but I still make Dylan do it for me. I gotta get to work, do some emails. You made me breakfast, so I'll make you lunch.
Oh, thanks.
I am making today our butternut squash dal. It's so easy that even I can make it. I have zero talent in the kitchen. We've got a crusty 6-quart and a 3-quart because I'm gonna make my brown rice from scratch. I kind of like fresh brown rice. Dylan doesn't care if it's frozen or fresh, but they both have to come up to temp, so I might as well do both. This is how I usually do it. When Dylan cooks, or I cook, or we do a cooking show, I usually grab all my ingredients at one time so it's all out and I can just But why do you have some big spices and some little ones?
Because you haven't organized it in the ideal way.
And you don't even have to chop an onion for this or a butternut squash because we use frozen. You can chop a butternut squash,
and an onion.
but it is laborious, as Dylan can tell you. Dylan hates this feature of the Instant Pot for some reason.
It looks weird.
I'm gonna get the rice going first because that takes 22 minutes, 2 cups of rice, 2 1/4 cups of water, 22 minutes natural release. So what I usually do is take the spice I need from my still to be used pile, I dump it in, and then I put it in the put away pile. If you want this recipe in all the amounts, it's in the blog post below. We're giving it to you. You'll love it. You're gonna like the way you look, I guarantee it.
You could sand art this one too.
You could sand art this one. Let's get these spices in the pot. I handily have 2 tablespoons of tomato paste left from the last time I made this recipe. It's been in the fridge in a while.
Not that long, less than a week.
A while. It's so pasty.
It's tomato paste.
I should have used a better utensil. You could use fresh for this too. 1 onion is pretty much 1 frozen bag. They usually do that tit for tat and butternut squash. This makes it so creamy. It like cooks it to a cream. You don't even notice it's in there, but it adds like so much flavor. Oh man, it's so good. I like to give this a stir to break up the red lentils because they do have a tendency to stick together. And I find that when people get the burn warning on the Instant Pot, it's either because their red lentils are at the bottom or something tomato based, like from a different recipes on the bottom. Now I can put all this back.
Oh, jeez.
And everything's back where it goes, where it belongs. We're gonna be ready for lunch real fast.
Heck yeah. Reeves' lunch is ready. Fluff it up. This is a nice
smells
portion.
so good.
Oh yeah, it's so like nutty. You're right, it did make perfect brown rice. And it sat for plenty of time doing the old natural
You know what,
release.
Dill? I don't know why, but I am a serve things over brown rice instead of mix them in person.
I don't understand.
You always put the brown rice into
The dish?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I'm perfectly open to serving. This dish we always serve over the rice. Okay, this looks beautiful, but this is not what it's actually gonna look like.
Does it look beautiful? Because it looks kind of weird.
Well, yeah, it looks all chunky and stuff. So now, watch this. You just start stirring it around and all that beautiful butternut squash breaks up and it turns into this creamy, beautiful dish. And now you have lunch, boom. We could chop up some fresh cilantro. Should we chop up some fresh cilantro? You don't need the cilantro on this. It's perfectly delicious. Just throw it in a bowl and eat it. So throw down some BR. Oh yeah.
What's that?
Your shipments are going out. Top it with as much of this beautiful doll as you can fit in your belly. You can top it with a little cilantro, just like that.
Whoa.
Remember, none of this had added salt, so if you want just a little bit of a salty flavor, you could just sprinkle on a little bit of salt right here, instead of adding it to the Instant Pot, where you don't know really how much salt you're getting if you put in a whole big teaspoon or something like. You don't need that much. So I like to add it just to the plate. Oh, the first bite is always so good.
Did I do a good job?
This dish is so easy. I love the Indian flavor. Of course, you could switch it up and make this anything you want. You could season it however you like. Man, oh boy, it's hot, let it cool. Here's Reeves' bowl, looking nice, looking nice. Oh, you know what we have, Reeves? How about we do some of this? I got a couple of slices of whole wheat, what are they called, sheets? Of the whole wheat lavash, like we used before. We could have this be our little bit of naan. And you know, if you put this in the air fryer for just a couple of minutes, you can make it nice, crispy, like a cracker. What do you think of that? Would you like that? Oh, you don't eat the wheat.
No, I don't eat the
You don't
wheat.
eat, so that is for me only. She is not eating the lavash. And forget that idea. Let's put these over here. And now I'm gonna have a taste. Now you can eat it with your fingers. Perfect. Not for Reeves.
I'm gonna go take mine and eat it and relax.
Deal.
Look at me, I'm doing a plant rant.
You're in the plant rant chair.
Today we're gonna talk about why you don't need to eat junk food. I'm Dylan Holmes, everybody.
We do eat in the living room a little more with the baby because we can just put him in this thing and he just can join us at the table.
This is so good, you guys. It's so easy.
Try that red lentil dal today. The recipe is down below. It is dinner. We're having a little bit of an early dinner today, but I want to show you one of our favorite easy weekly meals that we do day in, day out. Are you ready to see it? Reeves and Luca are filming. Thank you.
He's hiccuping.
And he's hiccuping. Oh great, that'll do wonders for the video. We are making some marinara magnifica. It is this simple. Just take a pot, here's a jar. This is enough for 2 of us for, you know, 1 night of eating with no leftovers. Pop your bottle open, throw it in there, boom. You should taste this marinara if you haven't already. It is not jarred. It is jarred, but it tastes fresh, perfect. It's like Reed's asking me for homemade pasta sauce. And oftentimes we just put this on the stove, heat it up and put it over pasta. And we're gonna do some steamed veggies too. But I've got a little trick I wanna show you. So we've just dumped out the sauce. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here. You're gonna rinse it anyway because you're gonna recycle your jar. Put the lid back on, give it a shake. Normally you pour this right down the drain. Not this time, folks. Oh, Luca likes that. This liquid we're going right into the blender. I got my bag of frozen cashews and I'm just gonna take a handful, which is like a 1/4 cup, and we're gonna blend it up with the water. Look at you 2 filming stars today. Okay, back to the video. And now get close. You just take that cashew cream and we're turning this into a little bit of a cream sauce. Simple, simple. Now it'll turn into like a nice pink color when it's all said and done. We're just gonna throw this on the stove and heat it up to a boil and it's ready to go. We've got our pasta sauce heating up here. I'll just put it on medium. You may be wondering, why don't you just put the cashews in the sauce and make like a cream sauce? Well, because not everybody wants a creamy sauce and it's so easy to add your own fat by blending up some nuts like that I didn't want to put it in. I want our products to apply to everybody as well as they can, and it's always easy. Like if you want a little salt, you can sprinkle on some salt. If you want a little fat, you can blend in some nuts. So I try to make them very versatile. It only takes 2 seconds to add some nuts and away we go. We got the water going there. Let's go chop up some veggies because I also like to steam a little bit of veg when we do this to add even more to the dish. I usually just do 1 zucchini and 1 little crown of broccoli, and I don't spend much time. This is a fast, easy meal with like 5 minutes of labor. So I'm just gonna cut, you can use these stems for veggie broth, whatever. I'm not gonna use them in this dish. And then I'll just cut these into bite-sized florets. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can chop it any which way. You could use a frozen bag of broccoli. That's super handy for this. We have a lot of people that love just using the frozen veggies when they're making our sauces. Okay, that looks really good. Throw it right in the steamer pot.
Well, my question is, why don't you do the boiling water method with the fresh?
You could do that. I guess because they need a little more time. Reebs likes her zucchini pretty soft, so I guess I could just add it earlier to the pasta water and we could boil it like that. I guess I'm just used to, with these veggies, steaming them in the steamer pot, but try it. You can definitely just add them to the pasta water in the last few minutes and it should do great.
We don't disagree on a lot, but how we like our zucchini cooked is one thing.
I like a little crunch. She likes it pretty much mush. But you're absolutely right. I could have cooked this in the pasta water no problem because it, you know, it works out just fine. So I went backwards on my own hack. Whatever. I chose this simple chickpea pasta. Okay, I like this brand, the Barilla, whatever. When you got a bunch of veggies like this and the 1 jar of sauce, 8 ounces of pasta is like perfect.
And then we'll have, hey, mambo, mambo,
mambo Italiano, go, go, go. Looking good, hey Luca? What do you think, buddy boy? You gonna have some? Here we go, pasta time. Looking good.
Is pasta calorie dense?
Pasta is a little bit more calorie dense than other starches, but it is still starchy, which is good, and wet. If you're working on weight loss, you could avoid things like pasta, which is a little more calorie dense. Bread, for sure, that's a lot more calorie dense. But I find that when you add the sauce and tons of steamed veggies, you're essentially diluting the calorie density of the pasta, so that the whole meal on the whole isn't really that high in calorie density. So in my opinion, it is good for weight loss. If you're just trying to lose a small amount of weight, then it may be harder to get that last last few pounds gone if you have pasta. If you still have lots of weight to lose, I think eating whole pasta is probably fine. Wait till you plateau and then you can figure out what parts of your diet you want to tighten up, such as getting rid of pasta for weight loss. Get that mix, get that mix. I was gonna wear the baby, but you put him on and I was like, okay, he's like about ready to eat.
He's starving.
You know what to do.
It's pasta.
And now we've got this pasta here that's sitting here and it's just gonna get sticky. So what I like to do is take a little ladle full of sauce and put it right in there and then stir this around. Now we've got a little marinara coating our pasta and it won't get all sticky while you're waiting to serve yourself or others. Boom, what a hack. Get some pasta on here. We got our sauce that we added just a little bit of cashew cream to, optional. This is perfectly amazing, frankly, by itself, just straight out of the jar. That's looking nice, extra saucy like Reeves likes it. Then get over here and you got tons of veggies. Just cover it with veggies, just like that. Now you've got every food group you need. Starchy, non-starchy. Then I like to sprinkle on some of our world famous Well Your World non-fortified nutritional yeast. Just a sprinkle on top, maybe a tablespoon or so, no big deal. And because I like it hot and I don't make our bottled sauces hot, I like to add a little bit of crushed red pepper on top. You got yourself a perfect meal. You could do some black pepper instead, or both, whatever. This is the easiest dinner. Was that not the fastest dinner? Oh, still hot. Oh, that is good. The sauce is so tasty. I love the steamed veggies. The pasta's perfect.
Ooh, boy.
What do y'all think?
I have no clue how to eat it this hot. It's too hot for you. It's too hot for me. It's definitely too hot for you.
Oh, the Mambo Italiano chef's kiss?
It's like restaurant quality.
Heck yeah.
It's so good. I love pasta. It's so filling. That little cream is good. Optional, but delicious. And the fresh veggies on top. It's a perfect meal.
I hope you loved our whole day of eating. Let us know what you thought of this video. You saw the yogurt, that super simple Instant Pot dal, and this tasty pasta. Check out our marinara for sure. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.